Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
Once upon a time, there was a little prince.
Today we're going to take a look at a very interesting movie. It is actually a movie that came out this year but did not get released in theaters. And that is the CGI and stop-motion animated film The Little Prince, which actually aired on Netflix. So this is the very first Netflix brand new film that I am reviewing for everybody. And it stars a cast including Jeff Bridges, Rachel McAdams, Ricky Gervais, and Paul Rudd. This, of course, is based on the famous illustrated novella, and this is definitely an interesting movie to talk about, because the movie has a little bit of an extra story rather than what it exactly was in the book, while sticking to the main premise of the book. The story is about a girl who is basically being forced into a world of conformity by her mother. She's got to stick to a schedule, she's got to plan her entire life right here and now, and this is what you gotta do in order to give yourself happiness and success. And they move to a new town where there is a crazy old man that lives in the house next door, but when this little girl finally gives the chance to get to know this man, she is taken on a whirlwind adventure of a book that he's writing, which is called The Little Prince. And The Little Prince is the story of a boy who lives on his own little asteroid seeking a friend, because the last friend that he made was someone he truly didn't trust. And as he travels to find his said friend, he is brought into a world of strange adults who view the world as black and white, and he doesn't understand why you can't add a little color to the world. As the story progresses, the girl and the old man next door truly develop a great friendship. And that's pretty much what this movie is all about. It is about not conforming and not following the flock. It is about following your dreams, discovering yourself, and making you stand out amongst all the rest. And the way to do that is to have your own confidence in yourself and also develop strong and wonderful friendships. The movie itself is, from an animation standpoint, absolutely beautiful, and that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to see this movie, because I appreciated the fact that this movie involved two different kinds of animations, and I loved how the transition between stop motion and CGI was done, and it was done so artistically and beautifully, along with a very powerful and unique score from Hans Zimmer. The voice cast does lend their voices very, very well. Everybody has their role to play, and I especially loved Jeff Bridges as the aviator. And I also really appreciated the story as far as how the message was being sent to the audience. However, one of the weaknesses of the film is that its pace can be its downfall, because at some point in time it gets a little bit dull. There were some parts during the film where I was sort of falling asleep, even though I was pretty amazed by the world that was being created by this film. And it kind of pained me that those faults were taking me away from the true beauty of this film. I would say that I was overall satisfied by this movie, but at the same time, I would probably not have had a good time in the theaters because of all of these dull moments. But I am still very surprised that this movie, which was being planned to have a wide release in the United States, ended up being pulled by Paramount Pictures. I don't know why it was pulled from theaters from ever being released, and so the fact that it just came out on Netflix says a lot about the overall feeling you get from this movie. But I still feel that this is a movie that you should see in order to judge it for yourself, because there are definitely some people that can find some true value in this, especially people who are truly passionate about animation. The animation in this film is really a wow factor here, but it just doesn't have enough to really carry the movie as a whole, especially with all of those dull moments. But still, give it a chance. I don't know if I would plan to watch it again. Maybe I'll consider it if I really want to, but at this point in time, I'm done, and I'm going to give this movie 2.5 out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please put your comments in the box below, and let's have a discussion on The Little Prince. And I will see you in the next one. Actions speak louder than words.